Hello, everybody. It is Bible Stories Revisited, and I'm here with another video. Now, if you've seen the title, you know what this video is about. Um, Homosexuality is not moral, and I will be explaining why. Now, I've like done some research. You know what I'm saying? I've looked at the APA and everything. So I want to be able to show the research that backs up that homosexuality is not moral. And what I mean by that is not it's not a immoral, not it's a moral issue. Homosexuality is not moral at all. Like it would have to be a choice to choose something moral. But when it is out of your choice, it's not moral. I use that from Alex O'Connor. But that's to possibly get some people in here that are like, bro, what are you talking about? Awesome. Let me get your attention just a little bit. So, pretty much me. I grew up in a Christian environment where a lot, like a lot of y'all know, if y'all are in that Christian environment, if y'all grew up in the church, you should know that a lot of these environments will say that homosexuality was portrayed as a choice, a sin, and even a sign of demonic influence sometimes. But as I myself began to question and challenge these teachings, I realized that they were not only hurtful, but also completely unfounded in scientific evidence. Here's what I found when I looked through the American Psychological Association, also known as APA. Now, the APA has consistently stated that homosexuality is not a mental disorder and that helps, well, that attempts, anyone who attempts to change one's sexual orientation through conversion therapy are not only ineffective, but harmful. Let me say that again. The APA, Psychological Associate, has consistently stated over a decade, maybe even more, that homosexuality is not a mental disorder and that attempts to change one's sexual orientation through conversion therapy are not only ineffective but also harmful to the individual. Another thing that the APA has recognized is that sexual orientation is a complex and multifaceted aspect of human identity that cannot be reduced to a simple choice. It's not a choice, it can't be reduced to a simple choice because it is something that is literally attached to your identity. Without your knowledge, it's just who you are. So, furthermore, numerous studies have shown that, we're going to say this again, numerous studies have shown that homosexuality is not a choice, but rather an inherent aspect of a person's personality. But despite this overwhelming evidence, some Christian communities, some, I'm not blaming all of y'all, but some Christian communities continue to spread information and perpetuate harmful stereotypes about the LGBT community. Now, I've seen this firsthand through my friend's experience. One of my friends who identifies as bisexual and uses they them pronouns came out to her mother around like high school. Their mother in high school, who is a devout Christian, goes to Sunday still. Um, you know what I'm saying, every week. But when she came out, instead of just accepting her for who she was, she felt like this was a choice that she was making and that a demon had to have had control of her. So instead of accepting her own daughter for who she is, she hired exorcists and priests to conform to perform conversion therapy on her not once but twice. And the trauma and pain that my friend endured while going through that as a result of this therapy, I don't even want to imagine that. But this is even more remarkable. But what's even more remarkable is that despite these attempts to change her, my friend still remains unapologetically theirself, bisexual, non Christian, and proud. Little experiences like this is a stark reminder of the harm that can be caused when misinformation and prejudice are allowed to flourish. You know, we can't just continue to let these people say what they want. You know what I'm saying? Just because, oh, I don't want to like mess up their faith. You can clarify something being factually incorrect without it having to do. Now, people might say, oh, well, this is just rooted in my faith. Well, okay, this is rooted in science. Like, this is actually, there has actually been research done on this. Anyone with conversion therapy, all the testimonies of I have been delivered, I'm not gay anymore. That is just society pressuring you to think a certain way, and you're getting, honestly, you're getting gaslighted. Like, I don't I don't believe anyone who said, because there's a couple of people who are gay and then they say I have been delivered, I've been brought back from all of that. And it's like, I don't believe you, bro. And one thing I'll always do is I'll just be like, hey, fam, like, no matter what you decide to be, I'm not gonna judge you, bro, at all. So don't feel like you have to hide yourself or, you know what I'm saying, deny your flesh just because it's, you know what I'm saying, a certain way compared to other people. And this is like really prevalent. Like people actually think like you were either touched or something like that. It had to have been something that happened for you to end up like that. But that is not the case. That is not the case, y'all. And until we start moving forward from this thinking, it's going to look like we're behind. It's going to look like, you know what I'm saying? It's clear like maybe like a couple of years ago, it could have been like, hey, this was all I was taught, but the information is just clearly out there now. It's not a fact of, oh, was the information available? It's now a fact of, do you care enough to actually educate yourself on this situation? Or do you just want to continue to have an excuse to act bigoted towards these group of people? Because all the stuff that you are claiming you hate these people for, that you dislike these people, that can't even talk, you know what I'm saying, be anywhere near them, is your reasoning actually grounded in something, or are you just following a wave of hate, a doctrine, a way of thinking that everyone else is? Remember, I'm not here to convince you of anything. I'm just here to convince y'all to think for yourselves, man. And there are just many examples and stuff where it's like, man, if y'all just use some brain cells, use some use some critical thinking, y'all be all right. Um, References I used American Psychological Association, also known as APA. They have so much information about just sexual orientation, gender identity, homosexuality that I did not get at all because I grew up in a Christian society, in a Christian type of community. So all the information that I got about this group of people is what that group of people taught me. But until I started getting actual information, actual insight, actual studies, that is when I was able to make a actual healthy decision about what I think about these people. And it's like, what is there to fucking hate? These people just are themselves. They're doing what they're wired to do. It's not a devil. It's not trauma affecting them. I honestly feel like, ooh, that might be another video. But I honestly feel like the amount of repressed uncles who just be randomly touching young kids and stuff. If y'all was, because oh my gosh, that is so fucking prevalent in the black community. If y'all was just honest about y'all's sexuality and wasn't hiding everything, you wouldn't fucking snap. You wouldn't do this weird shit. And it's like, people think, oh, this weird uncle who was repressing himself for all these years touched the kid, and now they think, oh, the gayness obviously got on that person. I don't know if like sexuality is like a gene thing. That's something I need to do just more research on. But I do know that your sexuality is just wired in who you are. It's not something that you can choose and be like, I'm gonna be straight today, but bi for 2 days out of. No, it is the cards you're dealt, just like the color of your skin. It's what you got. It's who you are. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? That is completely fine. So, National Institute of Mental Health, um, and the APA, American Psychological Association. Those are the two websites I use for this video. And yeah, I appreciate y'all rocking with me. I've been meaning to do a video like this. I might do a deeper dive when I learn more information, but I feel like that is something that, man, y'all either aren't getting or just choosing not to get. The information been out there, it's just out there again now. And yeah, I don't know which direction I'm gonna go in next. Maybe, mm, yeah, I'm gonna think about it. But y'all continue to be great, be safe, keep getting to that bag, and continue to think for yourself. And I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.